So first off, let's get the ball connectors attached to these arms. So you can see with this one, this is, what is it? This is how it's going to go. So that's this side. So we need to grab one of our ball connectors and we're going to attach it to this hole right here. So I'll grab our box wrench, level it out, and start to spin. Now these are working, and if you remember, we had a lot of trouble doing the lower ones, but these are definitely going in correctly. I guess we won't know completely until I have the other side done, but this seems to be okay. And it's in there nice and tight. I'm not over tightening it, but it's in enough. So now we're going to grab the other one. Same thing. Let's grab this and we're going to turn that in. And I can already tell that it's working. I just have to make sure that it's going in nice and level. It is. So we'll spin this on. And there we go. So there are our two ball connectors on place. That is how easy the lower arms should have gone. But that's okay. We've got those, so that's it. So now we're gonna work with this. Now if we grab, let's grab this one. So we'll work on this side first. You can see that we have bearings that need to go into these hubs, and I think I'll do that part first. So I'm gonna put one in there. There we go, there's one. And we'll grab the other side and we'll do the same thing. Get that bearing down there. Now obviously my finger can't fit down there to even push it. It's sort of going in. I guess I could try, but I'm going to use the box wrench to push that in flat, which it's gone in actually quite well. So that's good. And I guess we could do the same thing with the other side just to get that step completely finished. So again, pop that in. There's one, and we'll grab the other side. And I can stick my finger in there a little bit, but we'll finish it off with the box wrench because it's the right size to fit on either side of the bearing. And there we go. There's our bearing in place. So let's finish this off. I'll put the axle in last, but for this, we need to make sure that we grab the right one. So we know that it's this piece right here. And we're going to need to grease up the ball, which I will do at this stage right here. So I'm going to put some down here. There we go. And then I'll do some on this side. Go. And now make sure that those are in the right spot, because again, remember, you don't want them going into the holes where the screws are going to go down. We want them in the other holes, making sure that they are going into the right place. Just got to make sure that that is correct. Which it is now. So if we take this one here, we're going to put that one onto the top. So you can see that the holes are showing on this side. But what I'm going to do is we are going to grab one of the screws, just so that I make sure that we've got it in place. And I'm not going to tighten it in all the way, but it will at least hold that plastic part in the right spot so that it doesn't move. And we'll grab our flathead screw. And I'm not tightening everything until we've got the other screws in place. There we go. And that feels pretty good. So I'm just going to tighten these up. And again, don't over tighten because they're pretty small screws, so you don't want to go overboard here. And one last little turn of the bigger screw, the flathead, it is in place. So there we go. That is what it will look like. So the only thing left to do is pop in that axle. And there we go. There we have one of our front suspension pieces complete. So we just need to move on to the other side. So again, let's make sure that those bobbles are in the right spot on the black piece, which you can see that they are. They're in the correct place right now. So I'm going to take our grease and we'll get down there by the ball. Move that around. And same again on the top. There we go. And we're going to grab our top arm and we're going to place it on there. And again, notice that the holes are free and clear, so we know that it's okay. So I'm going to take the flathead screw. Oops. Flat-headed screw. Oh, I've moved it. I've shifted it. So I need to make sure that that is in the right spot again. Yes, it is. So that's got to go there. There we go. And we'll screw that one in. And I'm not going to go all the way. Oh, it shifted again. Hold up. There we go. Okay, it's just enough so that I can work on the 3 little screws for now. And again, let's screw these in. So now I'm just going to do a last check around, make sure that they're all in nice and tight, but again, don't over tighten them. They're just too small. You don't want to strip anything. There we go. And I'll do one last check with the bigger flathead. Needs to be turned just a little bit more. There we go. So there is our other one. So the only thing left to do is we're going to put in our drive axle. And again, you're showing it shows you the grease. I won't be doing that because these are not the plastic bearings. We're going into the full ball bearings. And I just don't do that. So there we go. So our front suspension left and right is complete. So now we can move on to step 16 and attach the front suspension to the front gearbox.